Hi, how are you? Everybody doing well. Everybody taking all the precautions as we daily discuss these things. This is very important. So, will don't waste our times. We'll definitely move into the next topic. So, before entering into the next topic, it is very essential to know what happened in the previous slide. In the previous class, I discussed about the moment of inertia of a rectangular section of length b and depth d. Okay, so we have find out the moment of inertia. We have find out the moment of inertia of a rectangular section about the centroidal axis. So the axis which is passing through the centroid is known as centroidal axis. If the axis is x-axis, then it is centroidal x-axis. If the axis is y-axis, then it is centroidal y-axis. So we find out both centroidal x-axis and centroidal y-axis. What happened in the previous session is we have just considered, we have find out that horizontal section for finding x bar. So this area we have concluded the section, and we have explained these things, and after that we have moved to okay, we move to this area next IYY. In IYY we have taken the strip vertically here like this. This is the strip. It is good, and then we just completed these things, and next we'll move into the topic. We are here today's class. We discuss the area moment of inertia only and the rectangular section only, but here the axis will change. So as I told you, I'm continuously in every my video I'm saying that moment of inertia is always calculated with respect to any axis. Either it may be x-axis, either it may be y-axis, either it may be any other axis, reference axis. It means for finding moment of inertia, axis is compulsory. So we have find out the moment of inertia of a rectangular section about the centroidal axis. Now in this case, as you see that heading, if you see the heading, moment of inertia of rectangular section about base, clear. So now base means, what is base? Base means the bottom part. So now it is clear that we have to find out the moment of inertia about its base means, this is the base. So base is nothing but x-axis. So we have to find out the moment of inertia about the base, and base is nothing but horizontal. So horizontal is nothing but x-axis. So we have to find out the moment of inertia about its base, that is horizontal axis. So the things is same, the things are common, that we have to apply the moment of inertia, the parallel axis theorem. So as you see, using parallel axis theorem, IAB is equal to IXX plus AH square. So this equation is very important for every calculation for in area moment of inertia. This is the basic formula. So here I means moment of inertia, AB means reference axis. Here you see AB is this, AB the reference axis, clear. So moment of inertia about AB is equal to moment of inertia about its centroidal axis, clear. About its centroidal axis, xs plus a into h square. This is what we have proved in parallel axis theorem. So let's conclude the point. This is very easy. IAB is equal to moment of inertia given about AB. IXS is equal to, as I told you right now. Now IXX is equal to BD cube by 12. IXS is equal to BD cube by 12. This is compulsory. So what is this IXS is equal to BD cube by 12? In the previous class, in the previous explanation, in the previous problem, we have proved this. Moment of inertia of a rectangular section about its centroidal x-axis will be equal to BD cube by 12. We have just proved it. So this is the formula for every rectangular section. moment of inertia about its centroidal will be equal to base into depth cube divided by 12. Clear? So now area is equal to area of the plane surface, that is nothing but base into depth. Okay, so IAB is equal to IXX AH square. So substitute all the values. Finally you will get BD cube by 3. Finally you will get BD cube by 3. So it means moment of inertia of the rectangular section about its base, that is nothing but AB, will be equal to the formula IAB is equal to BD cube by 3. BD cube by 3. So this is a kind of proof. Now we'll move into the another type of question in which you will get an idea. So I'm telling you continuously, so this is not enough. If you looking our video, watching it, listening it, this is okay. This is this will be helpful for up to 60 to 70% only. So that remaining 30 to 40% you have to go through the subject textbooks. You have to continuously read the concepts, the theoretical part. Then you came to understand. So it is very essential that you have to go through the different textbooks, and textbook referring is a very good habit. So next move into the, we have just to find out the moment of inertia of a rectangular section about its base. We have find out. Now the question is, we have to find out the moment of inertia of hollow rectangular section about centroid. Now this is not rectangular, this is rectangular hollow. It means rectangular hollow means a rectangular body or plane with a rectangular hole. A rectangular body with a rectangular hole. It means in this place there is no surface. Then what we should do? We have to find out the moment of inertia for this rectangular section about its centroidal axis. What will happen? Consider the hollow rectangular section which is PQRS. So the given names are given as PQRS. Clear? Now is the main section and EFGH are cutout section as shown in the figure. Cutout section. So simply what will happen? From the overall section, the cut section will be subtracted. So it is like you have a body whose weight is 1 kg. Let us suppose to say whose body is 1 kg. After that body have cutted into actually not cut, the body have we have cut a center part from that body, and we have removed that material. So obviously we know that after removing the material, the weight of the body will be decreased. Initially the body weight is 1 kg. After removing the particular material from that body, the weight of the material will be less than 1 kg. So what is the exact value less than 1 kg is nothing but before cutting the body, the weight of the body before cutting the part minus the weight of the cutted part. For example, 400 grams we have removed the body's material. Now initially it is 1000 grams. 1000 grams minus 400 grams is equal to 600 grams. So the new product is 600 grams. It is the same logic will be applying here in centroid also. That's what we have done. So moment of inertia of rectangular section PQRS about x-axis will be BD cube by 12. Now the moment of inertia of cutted section is also BD cube by 12. Now the moment of inertia, that is equal to IXX is equal to moment of inertia of large section minus moment of inertia of cutted section is equal to BD cube by 12 minus BD cube by 12. That will be equal to, similarly I by V also same. So that is the logic. This is your final formula. Here the final formula, Ix is equal to BD cube by 12 minus BD cube by 12. I by V is equal to DB cube minus dB cube by 12 minus dB cube by 12. Why it is minus? Because we are cutted, we are removed the part, the part removed, the moment of inertia of removed part will be subtracted from the moment of inertia of the total part. That is the logic to apply problems. So do problems, right? Now we'll do a problem, then you will get an idea, problems on area moment of inertia. Clear? So we'll do the first problem. Find the moment of inertia of a rectangular section of 30 mm wide and 40 mm deep about x-axis and y-axis passing through its centroid. Now in the previous theorem, what we have done is the base is B and the depth is D. So now we have values, the base is 30 millimeters and the depth is 40 millimeters. We have to find out it. So given data, width is equal to 30, depth is equal to 40, moment of inertia of the section x-axis passing through ix is equal to BD cube by 12. The formula we know that, BD cube by 12. So simply substitute all the values, and Iy dB cube by 12, simply substitute the values, then BD cube by 12. That is the logic. Very important, very easy. So problems are very easy. Substituting the given values in the formula, it is very easy. But when the question is asked about the theorems, proving the theorems, means base is B, depth is D, or base is B, H, depth is H, like that, then we have to find out, for the finding that or proving the formula, we have to go through the integration technique. Clear? So now the problems of area moment of inertia. Now we are doing a problem on cutted section. Again same thing. Now the base is 60 and the depth is 80. For the body, for the whole body, I mean before cutting the part. Now we have cut some part, removed some part. The dimensions of the removed part is 40 depth, 30 height. So see, this is the whole body. In this whole body, 60 is depth, base, and 80 is depth. We have removed this part. In removed part, 40 is the depth and 30 is the base. Clear? So simply what will happen? Moment of inertia of total section minus moment of inertia of the removed part. Simply that's it. So moment of inertia BD cube by 12 minus BD cube by 12. So simply substitute all the values, you will get this. If you substitute all the values, this will be our answer. So by using this technique, you can solve a lot of problems. You can do a lot of things. I will give you some questions also, practice question. Those practice the questions, and if the answer is matching with the textbook's answer, then it would be very happy. So actually, whenever we learn something about something, then we have to practice those things, and we go for the practice of the different problems on the area. If you do the number of problems on the area, if the answers are matching, you got the answer, you got the correct answer. If you see the correct answer, then the correct answer is matching with your answer, then there is a kind of satisfaction in our faces, there is kind of smile in our faces. That is important. That is called practice. So don't neglect it. Practice these things. In PPT, we cannot give you number of problems. There are number of moment of inertia problems. So it is highly impossible to give number of problems in the PPTs itself. So we'll explain one or two models. Then it is your responsibility to go through the different models and practice those things. If you have doubts, consult through WhatsApp and for direct phone call, whatever it may be. Okay. So we are always for you. Now this moment of inertia. A moment of inertia of hollow rectangular section about y-axis, Iyy is equal to dB cube by 12 minus BD cube by 12. So simply we have done it. The answers are same. We have substitute all values, then you will get the answer. Okay. So practice this. If you have any doubts, and comment me or call me, then I will definitely clear your doubts. It's a very happy thing. So we have calculated the area moment of inertia techniques, etc. In next video, we'll learn about area moment of inertia of triangular section, area moment of inertia of solid and hollow sections, and moment of inertia of different figures. We'll see. So I will try to cover all the figures. I will try to cover all the possible figures with you. In the next coming videos, for moment of inertia, the explanation part will be very less, because the basic explanation I have already given. So now you go through the textbooks, you go through the materials, different PDFs in Google. Have any doubts, contact me. No problem. In the next video, we'll meet in the next video. I cannot see the response of your people. It is okay, but on YouTube also there are views are very less. So I want you people to listen this concepts very sincerely, carefully. Don't waste your time, and don't repent after completion of these holidays. Array, what you have done in the holidays, we have wasted our time. So spend time wisely, because time definitely don't come back for anybody. So don't waste your time. This is a very great time for people who are very interested in academics. Okay, please be happy, and be helpful to your family. Be very humble with your parents. Bye, we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.